You're looking live at Washington, D.C., where the balance of power could change after tonight. Democrats are fighting to maintain their tie-breaking majority in the House. Republicans are hoping to hold on to their 8-seat majority in the House. News 4's Washington correspondent Rhyan Henson joins us live now to talk about the seats most likely to flip. Ryan?
Yeah, there's a handful of seats that are most likely to flip. Let's start in the House, though. Alabama voters, huge decision on their hands, especially if you live in District 2. So right now we know due to some of the remapping and the redistricting, there's a lot of interesting matchups right now. Shamari Figures he's a Democrat versus Caroline Dobson. She's the Republican challenger right there. Democrats right now in the minority in their House. They're about 8 seats shy of Republicans. So they have a good chance to flip the House, quite frankly. There's a lot of people at risk for Republicans, especially when you look at the nationwide picture. Now, there's a group in New York. There's about 3 or 4 of them that are at risk, red Republicans in blue districts. And there's about 5 Republicans in blue districts in Central California. Democrats are eyeing those seats, thinking they can flip those with ease. Those are easy paths for them. Republicans playing a lot of defense, spending a lot of money to defend those seats. And even so, where Speaker Mike Johnson was up in New York campaigning for them for the past couple of weeks, because the margins, quite frankly, in the House are so narrow. And then when you look at the other side of Capitol Hill in the Senate, Democrats have that slim majority. Remember, Vice President Kamala Harris, she's a tie-breaking vote and had to exercise that power multiple times just due to the numbers and the math there. Well, Republicans are expected to take the Senate. That's because they have a pretty easy path. They can do one of 2 things. They pick up 2 Senate seats, they'll get the majority. They can pick up 1 Senate seat and the White House. They'll get that tie-breaking vote that J.D. Vance could be that tiebreaker. And you can look at a couple of matchups right now. You look at Manchin out of West Virginia. He was a Democrat. Well, really finished as an independent. He retired. That seat's probably going red. Democrat John Tester in Montana, very red state. Donald Trump was up there campaigning for his opponent a couple of months ago. He's not expected to hold on to that seat. Sherrod Brown in Ohio has his hands full. Alyssa Slotkin is vying for Debbie Stabenow's seat. She's a Democratic senator from Michigan. She's stepping down. So that seat's open right now. So there's a lot of places where Democrats, quite frankly, just have to play a lot of defense, whereas Republicans only have to do 1 or 2 things, a couple of things, and they can easily have the majority there. So you can see the House and Senate flip-flop, so to speak, but obviously a lot of people sweating it out and really interested on a lot of the matchups that are happening right now.
Yeah, definitely going to have to be something we just sit back and watch. Rhyan Henson, that's our time, but thank you so much for joining us on News 4 at 5.